Hey everyone, Ned here from Solo to Quest. Welcome again to another unboxing video for Zatu games. This time around we're looking at Folklore the Affliction, game designed by Will Donovan and Nick Blaine. This is a big one, this is a huge game. I hear it has a lot of tokens, so we're probably going to be here for a while. So buckle up, this is the unboxing for Folklore the Affliction. Let's get this plastic out of here. Let's take a look at the box first and then we'll see what's inside. Things aren't moving around too much, which means that it's very well packed inside. Now there's a version of this, the Kickstarter version, that has miniatures. I don't have the miniatures for the game yet. I really didn't know if I was going to enjoy it that much, so I didn't bother getting the miniatures. If I do enjoy it, you know, as much as I think I might, eventually probably I'll get the miniatures, but for now you're going to look at the version that has the standees, okay? No miniatures, but standees, and there's a lot of them. So as you can see, the game box is very pretty. I really like the artwork they went with. Pretty cool, very colorful, but grim at the same time. So here are the sides of the box, kind of like a wooden look to it. Looks cool. And here, the other side, 1 to 5 players, 60 to 90 minutes. This one is exactly the same, kind of like wood artwork, and in here it's the same as well. This is really heavy, let me tell you. So looking at the back of the box, as you can see, it looks good. It has quite good looking colors, quite good looking artwork to it as well. You can see a few pieces of the game, and there's a lot of text here, like a little bit of lore. I guess this is a game really heavy, with a heavy investment on story and lore and all of those aspects. So let's get the cover out. There we go, and let's take a look inside. So first thing, we're greeted with the rulebook. It is, well, it's kind of big, I would say. It has a fair size to it, but it does look pretty cool. I think this is the artwork for the expansion, Dark Tales. If not, don't quote me on this. It looks like it. Well, look at these. Look at all of these components. I mean, you can already see the list. It will go on and on and on. Jesus Christ. But it does look very nice, actually. The rule book. There's a lot of pictures with good examples, I guess. So that's good. I like when the rule book isn't just, well, you know, a massive amount of text. It's very intimidating when they do it like that. So this one, oh, you have quite a few examples with pictures. Things seem to be clear. Nice artwork, very clean look to it. I like it. So there you go. And this is probably explaining about the campaign and how to track everything. There we go. Okay, so that is the rulebook. By the way, these are how many pages? These are 36 pages, so that's not too bad. 36 is pretty good, actually. I would say average is about 20. I'm quite fine when there's 20. More than 20 is a bit more exhaustive, but oh well. So this is the story journal number 1, Adventure Begins. I don't really want to go through this because I don't want to spoil the journey to you. But yeah, you'll have your chapter, and all of this will explain you, well, everything about the story. I'm not going to go through this. So yeah, these are just things related to the story, so let's really not take a look into this. I'll just show you the cover. There you go. And I don't want to spoil the story for you, so let's avoid this one. I just wanted you to know that there's a story journal in here, and it's labeled number 1, so there's going to be more stories. I mean, there's already an expansion out, the Folklore the Affliction Dark Tales. I'll also have an unboxing for that one, and I think there's a Kickstarter coming up this year as well, probably for another big box expansion, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this one just came out, which is good, actually. It's good when they come out easily. So we have a few tokens in here. Sorry about the glare, it might be a little bit too much. We have one for Angry Mob. We have one for, let me actually show it a bit closer. So Angry Mob, we have a Otharian, an Abomination, Colossal Dark Oak, Bat Swarm. Then we have a few books, a few magnifying glasses, quite a few good looking things here. And a Wraith, Bat Swarm, and some other stuff on the other side. There we go. And let me show you on, okay, so creature, affliction, okay, so these are types of creatures, I guess. I'm not really sure. I will confess I'm not really that much into the rules yet. I just, well, I kind of skipped over the playthroughs a little bit, but the game does seem very enjoyable. Here are the little wooden doors. I'm guessing there will be standees for these as well. Now, so yeah, these token sheets are interesting. They seem to be, I mean, you could just go with a white or like a black blend sheet for the tokens, but they actually went and did like, it has this artwork here. It looks really nice. So yeah, these are the tokens. Again, more tokens here and here. I'm not going to bother and try to figure out what all of these are. There's just so many of them. I mean, I'll leave that discovery to you if you're interested in and acquire the game. I mean, you will be thrilled to go through all of these and discover what they are for sure. So there's a torch, a shield. I mean, you can just make out a few of them, like a bandage probably, or a note, I don't know. Yeah, so there's a lot of them, and the size is pretty cool. It's pretty good. Usually tokens are really small, but as you can see, this one not at all. If you can see the scale, I don't know if you can relate to the scale. Oh yeah, these were bandages. It's right on the other side. Okay, there you go. So on the other side, you actually have what they are. So I don't have to make it up as I go. So torches, spirit of wines, vitriol, boons. There's a lot of stuff here. Corrosive wound. So these are conditions along with some items. But as I was saying, the tokens, they are the size is pretty good. I don't. Some games, I mean, they go for like this really small token. This one not so much. This is very good because, well, since it has text, it actually helps for it to be big because you want the text to be visible. And it's awesome that it has the instructions for each of the tokens. You might forget some rules, but yeah, you'll have your reminder right here on the other side, which is very nice. So more tokens in here. I'm guessing here, I'll make a guess. I don't know if this is a spell, but that's, or like a fire. These are traps, like a compass, no idea what for. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff here. So there's a few characters as well. Orinth, Galastig, Valdlini, I don't even know how to spell their names, but there's a lot of stuff here. Some wanted tokens, I really like the artwork on this one. So yeah, quite a few things. Another bandage, a Far East alchemist, a book of dark dimensions. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this game, let me tell you. And there's a lot of unique tokens. There's a few repeats, of course, but there's a lot of unique stuff as well. So this is going to be one hell of a time to organize, let me tell you. This is one game that certainly does need, you know, quite a fair bit of time to organize. So these are our characters and our enemies. So these will be our standees. Oh, I really like the artwork on this. You know, people love miniatures, but sometimes I kind of prefer standees. This might be one of those games because the artwork is very good. Look at this. It's really good. I mean, I think I'd rather have this than just gray miniatures. I will be honest with you. I don't really have the patience to paint, so honestly, this looks really good to me. And there's more on this side right here. Also, these are the ghosts. I think it's when they die. They become ghosts, and there's miniatures for the ghost version of the heroes as well. I'm not really sure on the rules, but oh well. So there we go. The imps are really nice looking, and I like these revenants as well. Yeah, a lot of good stuff, and I like this one as well, the white wolf. Not to confuse it with Geralt, the white wolf. And here's the other side. Oh, okay. So they went with a lot of trouble for these. I'm in love with these standees. I mean, come on. So on one side you have like a close-up, which I do enjoy quite a bit, and on the other side you have like a full body scale of the characters, the enemies, and the heroes as well. So there's a lot of work here, a lot of artwork. Very well done. I really like it. Well, it's the same stuff. It's just a zoom on the whole body image, on the full body, but still. They could have done it exactly the same. They didn't. That's really nice. That's a very nice touch. I did not expected. So in here we have a few combat boards. So the game is actually played, I think most of it, I would say, in a world map. Jesus, this is really sealed very well. So the great part of it is on a world map, but then you'll have well, specific encounters, you'll have fights and whatnot. And actually the game will zoom in on that location, and you'll have like a small map to do a battle. Do an encounter combat. So there's quite a few of these. These are a bit flimsy. They aren't very thick. I mean, there's a lot of them, so that would be a lot of thick cardboard in the box. But still, I mean, it does its part. Probably, I don't think you would actually need to have something even thicker than this, because I don't know how often you'll have these encounters, honestly. So there's this one where, I mean, you have a little house with a fence. There you go. You can place your standees here and have a fight, and they are double-sided with different stuff on both sides. So in here you have kind of like the entrance to a castle, something of the sort. In here we have some cavern system, like a, I don't know, cavern. In here we have like a hedge maze, like one of those mazes in the gardens. Although this kind of looks like a wood, because it has a little fireplace, a little log on the ground. So there you go. In here, this is just, I don't know what this is. Kind of like some area in a wood as well. And here another cave system with a little well on the corner. This one is very colorful. I guess there's some minerals on that cave. In here, this is kind of like a hall, like a king's hall or palace hall, something like that. In here, it's, I don't know, is it like a church of some sorts? I'm guessing, I'm just seeing a church because of the seats. They kind of look like a church, and there's like a little altar here. It looks like it. In here, this is just, you know, a field, I guess a road. You can fight on the road as well. On this side, it's kind of like a house, I would say. There you go. There's more. Don't just go yet, there's more. So there's this one as well, kind of like the end of the road, entrance to a house. And I'm guessing that you can actually connect a few of these. So there's probably some encounters that don't use just one of these tiles. They actually use more than one. There's this, kind of like a swampy area. There you go. There's also this one, kind of like a, I don't know, rock, stone, near a mountain, something of the sorts. There's also this one. This looks like a crypt of some sorts. And you have this one, which is clearly like a morgue, or I don't know, or a crypt, perhaps as well, not sure. On the other side, you have like a dungeon with a few torture, or is it a hospital? Sorry. Maybe it's a hospital. I don't know. It's, oh, actually it says dungeon in there, so it's probably a dungeon. Yep, this is it. Oh, they have the little names in there. So this is what? This is a circular tomb. That's what this is. Okay. Thank God I noticed the names before I ended this. So this is Spirit World. There you go. I can actually call them by their names now. And this is a tower top. There you go. There's a lot of them. This is the last one. And this is a castle grounds. And last but not least, we have the cave tunnels. There you go. So that's all of the combat or encounter tiles. I'll call them like that. I don't know if that's the correct name for those. But yeah, there's a lot of them. So now we have these little things here, these little cards. I don't really know what they're used for. Let me take a look at these. Okay. Well, there's a lot of these. Quite a few of these. They are pretty much all the same. So this is the power ghost point tracker, and the red ones are top foe tracker. I think this is just right foe, bottom foe, blah blah blah. You'll track your health, I guess, on this little cards right here. Bottom foe tracker. Yeah, this is clearly Vita tracker to track, you know, statistics while you are having your encounters. Very nice looking cards, I gotta say. I don't know, I just adore everything, the look of everything in this particular game. So in here we have our characters. So these are our character sheets. This is kind of a small booklet. There's quite a few of them. There you go. So this is, let's actually take it out. They are thick. They are probably even thick. Yeah, they are even thicker than, or maybe the same thickness than the thickness of those encounter boards. So I was hoping this was visible, but I think the glare is a little bit off. So let me do a little zoom. There you go. So we have our Arcanist here. So you can choose actually a focus for her. She can be a numerologist or a seeker. Okay, so you have that choice right at the start. And then, I mean, you're going to have starting abilities, location extras. There's a lot of, role-playing in this game. Definitely. There's a lot of choices that you will be doing that are very role-play-ish, I would say. So there's, quite a bit of customization to your character. And let me show you the back. This is the lore tree, the bit with the lore. So yeah, this is the Arcanist. There's an archaeologist, which I will be using for sure, because I was once an archaeologist. Aha, you didn't know that. There's also an avenging madman, which doesn't seem that appealing. There's an exorcist, which I do like. I think I might use this guy as well. There's a telepath. And there is a witch hunter. There you go. So these are the characters we can choose from. So witch hunter can be an inquisitor or a bounty hunter. The telepath, a channeler, telekinetic. The exorcist, a sanctifier or a banisher. Avenging madman, an avenger or a savage. And our archaeologist, explorer, scholar, or numerologist, seeker on our Arcanist. So yeah, there's quite a bit of choice in here. Quite a few characters to choose from. So this is our hero pool, let's call it like that. So looking at the rest of the things here, let's actually take a look at the board, the main board, I guess the world map, as you might call it. Well, I wasn't expecting it to be this small. So yeah, it is a little bit small, on the smaller side. There you go. I can actually probably zoom it in. There we go. Well, it's not that much better. So board is kind of small. There are roads, rivers, area borders, and no passage areas where you cannot pass. I guess you will have, like in here, you have a no passage. You'll have to go through the bridge. So this is the world map. This is where you will be going around, traveling from location to location. And I'm guessing once you reach the location, then the location will be composed of those smaller boards, those location boards, where the action is going to be very zoomed in into our characters. So yeah, it's kind of a small board. I was expecting it to be bigger, I have to say. Not that I'm disappointed, I just wasn't expecting it to be this small. But yeah, there you go. So that's the board, the world map. Then there are a lot of dice. There's this thing, let's get it out of the way. So in here, what do we have here? So something just fell. There's this little token in here, which I don't know what it is for, but here it is. There's these little tokens, these markers, kind of like a beige looking square. There's a lot of stands. Well, not that many. There's quite a few stands here for the standees. Just regular stuff. I'm not going to bother and show them to you. And then there's a lot of dice. This game has quite a bit of dice rolling. You have your D6s. Let me actually take them out. So there's quite a bit of difference in these dice. So yeah, there's a D... What is this? Is it a D8? Yep, this is a D8. Then you have your D8 as well, but with a different color. Not sure why. A lot of D8s actually. And there's this one, like a 100 dice. There's a D6 as well. So there's a lot of dice. As you can see, quite a few of them. So we are going to be rolling quite a bit of dice, especially on the combat. I know that you roll quite a few dice during combat. It might not be the most exciting combat ever, but yeah, there's a lot of dice involved. If you do like dice, I mean, it is a good news for you. So Then we have these enemy sheets. So once we are going into that combat I just talked about, this is what we are going to be picking up, the enemy sheets, where we have all the statistics that are about the enemies we're facing. So we have one for the Bat Swarm, the Dark Oak. We have one for each of these. So there's a lot of stats here depending on the number of players or the number of heroes. If you are playing solo, you can play, and it is advised actually to play with more than one hero. The game is really hard if you just go at it with 2 heroes. So I think 3 is kind of the sweet spot for solo. So if you are playing it solo, I think the general advice online is that you use 3 heroes. It is the sweet spot, I believe. I mean, Thor is probably good as well, but there's a lot of bookkeeping, and it might turn you off. I don't know. If you like bookkeeping, then go with 4, I guess, or 5. I think it goes up to 5. So yeah. But again, I'm just babbling. So Bat Swarm, there you go. So that's the other side of the card, and this is one side of it. So yeah, Dark Oak, there's a lot of these. I'm not going to show you the front and the back of all of them. You actually have a little preview of the miniature here, which is very nice. That's a cool little feature. So they actually show you how the miniature looks. I guess if you, I don't know, if you happen to have the miniature, you can't really find it. I don't know. They kind of show you how it looks. So there's this, the Gargoyle, there's a Highwayman, the Angry Mob, the Mad Druid, the Moon Priest, Night Stalker. This is actually good so that we can take a look at the enemies. There's the Rabbit Wolf, the Restless Spirit, Striga, what else? The Undertaker. This one is on the skirmish side, I don't know why. Vampire. And continuing on, the Vicious Hound, the Watchman, the Werewolf, the Blood Priest, the Bruja. What else? The Imp, the Infested, the Nekuratu. This guy looks weird. The Poltergeist, the Revenant, which I do look like. Oh, the Tainted Sapling. I like the look on this one. The White Wolf, Arcanist. Oh, this is our heroes, the Archaeologists. So I guess this is the one we use while fighting. The other little booklet is for the in-between, I guess, where we actually choose upgrades and fill in their lore, I guess. Exorcist, Telepath, the Witch Hunter. There we go. So, and then there's all of this stuff. Book of Dark Dimensions, Colossal Dark Oak, Far East Alchemist, Galactic, Orinth, Otherian. I guess these are kind of like the bosses, I would say. That's what I'm guessing, like the special bosses, because even the sheets are different. Okay, that's the back of the hero cheats. And then there's these little things, adventuring. I don't really know what this is. This is probably, yeah, these are just player aids, which are very nice to have on a game like this, as you can see, because there's a lot of stuff that you can do. I think, yeah, it's probably a very complex game, but probably very rewarding. I mean, if you can get all of this down, you're going to have a great time with this, I'm assuming. So what else? We still have to open up 2 decks of cards. So these are events with choices. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of choices here. Choice 1, choice 2. I don't want to spoil these, so I kind of want to go through them very quickly. Road events, I guess these are while we're going around on that world map. And then there's off-road events, which I don't know what they mean. So yeah, there's a lot of these road events and then off-road events. Again, I don't want to spoil you. Sorry if I go through this too fast, but it's for your own sake. I don't want to spoil the story for you or the choices that you will be presented with. Okay, there's also these little cards here, which do look very nice. I love the look on this card, the Hermit. You may not have companions. I don't know what this is. Tarot. Okay, so these are stuff that we might eventually draw, I guess. Kind of like tarot cards. The back of these is very lovely. I really like the look on this. What else do we have here? So I guess these are items, and well, there's a whole bunch of these. Burial Cloak, Elixir, Greenlight Amulet, Heart of Thorns, Wishmaker, Magnum Opus, Ring of Moonlight, Bandages, Diamonds, Garlic, Greek Fire, Heavy Coin, Leather Strips, Metal Greaves, Jesus, the Salve. There's everything here. I mean everything. If you can think of something, it's probably going to be here. Belt of Intensity, Caltropes, fitted gloves, inertial accelerator, missiles of the marksman. Yeah, there's a lot of items. Look at this. I really don't see any duplicates, which is also very nice. There might be some for the bandages and stuff, because that's pretty common, I guess, and you would need duplicates. But at least for weapons, I don't really see any duplicates, which is amazing. I really like that when a game has, you know, a lot of unique stuff. Yep, these are all items. Again, lovely card back. And these are artifacts. Okay, so I guess these are a little bit more special than the rest. And well, we're only missing one stack of cards. We've been at this for a while. Jesus, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this game. I told you there was. So what are all of these? So ability cards, okay. Let's actually separate them by card backs. So let's take a look at the abilities first, I would say. Runic Dice is for the Arcanist, okay, the Archaeologist, the Avenging Man, the Exorcist, Telepath, Witch Hunter, blah, blah, blah. I guess these might be our starting abilities. And then these ones, I guess, are the ones that we can upgrade into. That's what I'm assuming, because, yeah, that's what I'm assuming. They don't have the name of the class of the hero, so yeah, these are probably the starting ones, which you are limited. They have to be for the Arcanist or whatnot, and these ones are the upgrade ones, and there's quite a few of them. So there's quite a bit of diversity that you can really get into your character. What else do we have here? So we have more, oh no, so we have just a few more items actually, not that many. A sledge, soaring alberg, a stiletto, straight razor, and a whip. There you go. And then we have companion animal. Okay, a farmer is a companion animal, really? I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, these are pretty much... Oh, companion militia. No, this is not an animal. Okay, it makes sense. My bad. So this is a militia. Minstrel, a mystic, a priest, a soldier. You can have a tinker. You can have a townsman, a vagabond, a stickman. This is pretty cool. Cobra, dove, drake, golden canary, a hound, a mare, a mustang, and a snow owl. I'm going for the mustang. I love mustangs. So a lot of choices here on your companions. You have both animals and humans. And you have prayers as well. No idea what this is. But there you go. You can have, you know, a prayer on you, and it's probably, yeah, going to give you boons instead of curses. And I'm guessing the rituals are going to curse you. Yeah, these are kind of like the opposite from the prayer cards. So finally, we've seen everything this game has to offer in terms of components. Okay, so that was the unboxing for Folklore, the Affliction. What a package. I mean, this is really brimmed with content, with cards, with tokens, with boards. I mean, there's just a plethora of stuff in this game. I hope you all enjoyed the unboxing. You can find a link in the description for the product page in Zatu Game Store. That's it from me. I hope to see you all in the next unboxing video or review video. Until then, everyone, bye-bye.